Pitt, the only unseeded team remaining in the tournament, 2 points away from their first semifinal.
I think
immediately Dan Fisher,
Courtney.
Yeah, Dan Fisher is grabbing the green challenge card.
And the reactions from Inde in this tournament are just absolutely priceless.
This will be the third challenge Pitt has used. They will get an extra challenge if we go to a fifth set. This is a huge call.
Yeah.
If they overturn this, it is match point Pitt.
It's
And
out.
that's a great angle. It's out. Yeah.
The reaction from Washington, every single player had the same reaction. So I'm thinking either this is the best squad of actresses we've ever seen, or the ball's out. Because, I mean, every single one of them had the same reaction. So I was pretty sure.
Look, though, I don't blame him on the challenge. It's a huge point swing if it's overturned. Look at this again. Take a second look. Call is confirmed. Tied at 23.
So we saw a late service error from Washington, a late service error from Pitt. A lot of tension in this one, Courtney.
You have to win by 2. Overpass. And it's a point for Pitt.
Wow, this one just wide.
And Keegan Cook has pulled the challenge card.
And I don't blame him. I think I would want to take another look at it too. Is there a possibility that there was a touch? No points more important than these. And so I am absolutely using my challenge card because, as Courtney said, oh.
Yes, it's in. They just showed it on the monitor in the arena too. You could see Washington jumping up and down. Wow. That's a good look also. Wow, that ball's in.
And I think what you pointed out, Courtney, is so important. The reason these coaches are quickly pulling these cards here is that if we go to a fifth set, they do get another challenge in that fifth set, which could be very important the way this one is going.
So they can go back and look through this whole point. But looking at that, the score will be flipped if they see the same thing we're looking at.
Because that first rule involves in-out touch, they can look at all of those things under one challenge.
It's in. So the point goes to Washington. It is set point Washington. Wokolo off of 1 foot ties it.
And you know there's so much pressure there on Crenshaw to keep that ball in bounds, and yet the easy pass for Pitt makes it the middle a great option, and so right behind to Wokolo. We've seen her on the tight slide several times today. I like the wide slide there. Good look for her.
Vasquez Gomez serving. They get it out of the net. Kayla Lund on the swing.
wind forces LMA Powell to take first ball. She takes the setter out of the equation, and that creates problems. Really well played by Lund. Not a hard hit ball, but a smart ball, because then LMA Powell not able to get hands on it. And with that, you have a ball dying inside that becomes very blockable for Pitt.
It is match point Pitt. Washington is going to challenge this. So this is the final challenge until we get to the 5th set for either team. They're looking to see if Pitt was in the net. I don't think so.
Interestingly, though, that is 6 for blue in the front row. That's Kylie Levers. They have switched into a 5-1 system. They have a setter in the front row right now. That's what was allowing the wide slide there for Wokolo. So a little adjustment late in this match, giving Washington something a little different to look at. So 6 there in blue. Levers has not played across the front row for the majority of this match, and here she is on an absolutely huge block for Pitt.
Yes, there is a net violation. It might not have been at that point, though. It could have been earlier in the rally.
Yeah,
and it's Kayla Lund.
And it's down at the bottom of the net, her hip into the bottom of the net. And you see the net shaking there early in that rally. That's what tipped them off. So again, a reversal of the score. Wow.
It is set point Washington for the 2nd time. Neither team has a challenge remaining until if we get to a 5th set.
If the pass is there, I think you got to let Wokolo do her thing.
Free ball back to Washington. And Washington completes it off the swing from the freshman, Maddie Ensley, who has been so key. We are going to a 5th set. Of course we are. Washington will be playing in their 3rd 5-set match in this tournament when we come back. Washington is 6-2 in 5-set matches this season, so they know what this feeling is like. They know how fast it goes. They have won their last 4 5-set matches.
And interestingly, it looks like Washington is going to put the ball in the hands of Bogomolova, the player who went on a huge service run last night to will this team back to victory. She's going to start back there.
They got 7 straight points off of her serve in that 5th set. Inde on the left side is dug up. Hoffman terminates. It is important to know each team has received an additional challenge for this 5th set. Just something to keep in mind. Ooh, that's a sharp shot down the line for Chi Inde.
I think as many balls as you can get to Inde and Wokolo here in this 5th set, if you're Pitt, that's what you've absolutely got to have. Too many balls to Lund could spell trouble, because that means they're a little bit out of system.
Maren Grote.
There it is again, early in the match. That slide play we saw at the beginning of set 4. Powell chose to go with the slide. Here in the early in set 5, she finds Grote behind. They don't overuse the slide, but when they do use it, it sure is effective. Really well placed ball there by LMA Powell.
And now Powell will go back to serve. She has had one of the best serves for Washington today. Blocked! Grote at the net.
Grote on the slide kill, Grote on the stuff block. And it was a really nice serve from Powell that created a bit of a predictable situation and gave an advantage to Washington in that blocking matchup.
Grote has 5 blocks. Pass too tight. And it's going to be 4 contacts on Pitt.
And look how much better Washington is doing in defending Nday. Early in this match, so many of her swings were going for kills, and now they're getting some touch blocks on her, slowing her down, allowing the defenders behind her to transition.
Four straight points for Washington.
Samantha Drexel getting in on the action in true Powell form. Washington spreading it around.
4 straight points for Washington here in winner-take-all set 5.
This has got to feel a little better for Washington fans than that 7-1 deficit in set 5 just yesterday.
Flipping the script, that was not touched. Now it's a 6-1 lead for Washington, only playing to 15.
Just the minor adjustments that Washington has been able to make over the course of this match. Obviously, you come in with a game plan, but you're going to have to make some adjustments once you see a hitter live, and Washington has done such a nice job of that.
Pitt not going anywhere, though. They've got the weapons. They've got the work ethic. Nday is an awesome weapon to go to.
She said, we can't be tentative. That's not who we are. I like the big rip there.
Faki on serve. Woo! Marin Grote.
And you're getting a look at this Washington offense when the pass is not all the way back on the 3-meter line. When you're giving Powell the ability to make choices here, all of a sudden you just see a huge difference in the execution.
Keegan Cook told his team yesterday was not our one moment in the tournament. Yeah, the comeback was great, but we are not done. Kayla Lund, a nice tough shot down the line.
And Levers a little something on that set as she flattens the ball out and gets it out to Lund a little quicker than some of the balls we've seen to the outside. I like the low flat set and just giving Lund an opportunity there to beat the block.
With the rotation, Lexus Akeyo is now the setter for Pitt. Drexel. Washington hits 8 points first.
And everyone for Washington is just in on the action. We continue to see Drexel, Inlay, Hoffman, all in double-digit kills.
Back into this room, number 2, Valeria Castillo. Now serving number 23, Kayla Lund.
Tip over the block. Back to Lockwood. Blocked!
Wow, Washington just standing strong. Obviously the play completely bunched up there in right front for Pitt, and they really have no other option here but to set the right side. It creates an advantage for Washington, but can they capitalize on it? And they do with a really disciplined block. And now an ace to follow it up, Courtney, from Drexel.
And Pitt will call its last timeout of this 5th set. Washington's block and their serving have improved as this match has gone on. It has helped them tremendously.
Yeah, absolutely. They just couldn't quite get a 3-option pass early in this match. And I really feel like this offense is at its best when you're forced to defend all 3 across the front line. Very predictable situations early on, but they have just plugged away, and that pass has gotten better and better. And then to go along with that, they're now creating more pressure from the service line.
If you're Pitt, you are down 6 right now in a short set. What's got to change?
You know, I think for Pitt, they're at their best when they've been aggressive in this tournament. And I expect them to be aggressive. That's the way they play. But I think you got to continue to feed Wokolo. They haven't quite had this success with her. She hasn't been able to take full rips at the ball. It hasn't been a perfect connection as this match has gone on. But we know it's there. We saw it early. And I think you got to be willing to take some chances here. Maybe when you don't feel like you're quite in system, you got to maybe take a chance, push the middle, give her an opportunity. She is really a matchup problem for any team.
Yeah, she hits .415 on the season. That is a high percentage. It would be great to give her the ball if they can. Samantha Drexel on the serve. Lockwood.
And it's the unpredictable for Pitt. I would not have expected the ball to Lockwood, but it's a beautifully set ball. She has all sorts of room to swing options. She could go angle line, and she just drills one down the line.
Pitt has brought Kat Flood into this set to serve.
Talk about a pressure situation for a freshman.
Out to the pin. Great up by Vasquez Gomez. Bunnell setter on the outside. She was all over that point.
Yes, she was, and she has a lot of ground to cover because Pitt is asking their off blocker in that situation out of left front to come all the way over and pick up that tip. It's a lot of court to cover.
Now Washington will use its first timeout. Pitt has no timeouts remaining. They were down 6 just moments ago.
That time going right after the setter as she has that matchup in the front row, turns on it down the line. And Vasquez Gomez with a big swing right there.
That's a little momentum that Pitt needs right now. They're running out of time.
No timeouts left. It's going to be all on their shoulders to create some momentum out there on the floor. And Vasquez Gomez certainly providing the energy they need to do so.
Both of these teams got it done yesterday in 5-set matches. Pitt looking for its very first national semifinal in school history. System swing for Washington.
Ooh, a touch call.
Touch on the ball. Maddie Inslee got a touch on that ball. That is something they could challenge. But each team only has one challenge in this set.
Lots of credit to Kat Flood, inserted into the match to serve there. She puts a really nice serve in play. They get what they want. They get a one option opportunity here. Really only option was to set the outside.
And it did look like there was a touch on that ball. Overpass. Claire Hoffman just ate it up.
Washington starting to feel it. Down 0-2. It was Pitt who took sets 1 and 2, and Washington has come storming back.
Pitt not going anywhere just yet. Jordan Lockwood.
Lockwood in some clutch situations right now for Pitt, coming up big.
Only playing to 15 here in this 5th set. Kylie Lever's in. Washington inching closer. Claire Hoffman.
Really nice tempo, nice placement on the set. Hoffman finishes it off.
Bogomolova back. Out of the middle comes Sabrina Starks.
And when they're in system, the middle has been and continues to be so effective for Pitt.
Powell goes behind her. Maren Grote gets the kill. It is match point Washington.
Sometimes teams go away from the middle as the match goes on. Washington has worked the middle more and more as the match has gone on.
Service error, second match point though for Washington. Starks will step back. Pitt's got to be perfect. How about those Huskies? Moving on to the national semifinal.
We said last night may have been the best comeback in Husky history, and then they turn around today down 0-2 and pull it out to land themselves a spot in the national semifinals.
For the 5th time, they will be in the national semifinals, the first time since 2013. What a season for Pitt, the only unseeded team to make it this far, but they can't hold off the comeback of a Washington squad on a mission.
Tell you what, so much credit to Pitt. They looked brilliant early in this match, but I tell you what, Washington just hung in there.
An incredible run for Pitt. They started the spring season 4-4, the fall season. They went undefeated in the spring. So much fight, so much determination for Dan Fisher and his Pitt Panthers, but their run will end in their very first regional final in school history. Wow, Washington on back-to-back days. Remember, they trailed by 6 points in the 5th set yesterday, got it done, went down in this match 0-2, got it done in the 5th.
And they played to their strengths. They did what has defined them all season long, and that's spread the ball around. Stick to what you're good at. That's what they did.
Washington will face either Purdue or Kentucky. That match coming up later tonight, approximately 9 Eastern over on ESPNU. What a feeling for Washington. They have only played 5-set matches in this tournament, and now 3 for 3 in those 5-set matches.
So much emotion, and for good reason, as they pull out yet another 5-setter. Doesn't come easy in the tournament. Washington is a testament to that. But I'll tell you what, Washington is also a testament to the fact that champions don't die easily. And they said that they didn't want yesterday to be their day. They didn't want to miss the moment today when they had the opportunity to take their program back to where they want and expect it to be. And Washington, the winner of the Pac-12, expects their program to be in the national semifinals, and they have found their way back.
Yes, they have, and LMA Pal is standing by with Holly.
LMA, this team started out in a little bit of a hole today. You had a quick turnaround from last night. When and how did you start to turn it around and take control of this match?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make excuses, but it was absolutely a quick turnaround for us off of a really hot game yesterday. And I think there towards the end of the first set, we knew that we weren't playing the way that we need to play and to be in this situation. And we've earned this spot to play a lot better than this. And I think in that second set, it was a lot of frustration, but it gave us a lot of momentum to just execute the things that we need to execute and just be a lot more disciplined than we were being. And we were kind of a little stressed out, but once we got disciplined, it was good.
Speaking of stressed out, the end of set 4 with all the challenges and the points being overturned, how did you close out that moment to earn a chance in that 5th set?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge part of that game, obviously. But I think a big part for us was just staying calm and taking 1 point at a time. And we're not going to win all the points at once. And so taking one point at a time and just good after good is what we say. And yeah, that's what helped us out.
Thank you so much. Excited to see that you are into the Final Four for the first time there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Washington moving on to their 5th semifinal appearance. They hit 395 over their last 3 sets. The comeback is complete. Washington, the 6th seed, advancing with a 5-set win over Pitt. They will face the winner of Purdue and Kentucky in the national semifinal. What a first match to start our day. It's Washington advancing, and they do it in dramatic fashion. 3 players in double figures help them get to the next round. More volleyball coming. We'll get you to Sam and Katie in the studio after the break, but Washington, the first team to advance to the semifinals.